So what makes high intent travel experiences so important is people are often thinking about this before, during, and after the event, and they're usually traveling for some passion, whether it's sports or vacation or visiting family and friends. And those moments are prime for marketers to create emotional connections with our customers. And so from an Adobe perspective, we have the unique opportunity of being there with people before their trip, during their trip, and after their trip. And so it's about really tying into their emotional storytelling, because those memories after the trip last much longer than the trip itself.
Doug, let's talk about your Super Bowl collaboration with United Airlines. You tapped into a major cultural and travel moment right there. How did that campaign shape your thinking around reaching consumers when anticipation and intent are at their peak?
Well, the great thing about these cultural moments is there's so much anticipation before, during, and then excitement after the event. And that's a key opportunity, again, for marketers to tap into that cultural experience. And from this campaign's perspective, we partnered with every partner along the way to the Super Bowl. So we partnered with United, we partnered with Transit, we partnered with Uber and Lyft reps. And then when customers got to the stadium itself, we had on-field branding there as well as some Adobe experiences. And so really wrapping the entire experience with Adobe was powerful and allowed us to really dig into that key moment for the customer. And so this type of collaboration is a huge opportunity when anticipation, excitement, and emotions are all peaking. And so that allows Adobe to continue to be a part of that customer's experience long after the actual event.
Doug, Adobe's tools are used to create and capture life's most meaningful moments. How do you reflect that role in your own marketing when targeting travelers and experience-driven audiences?
Yeah, so Adobe's role is to help people capture and share experiences. All of our creative suite enables people to do that. And so from our perspective, especially whenever people are traveling to these big cultural events, of course it's about the tools and sharing capabilities, but it's also about the experience itself. And so we want to empower people to tell their own story. And so this is a perfect opportunity for us to enable our customers to use our technology to tell the story themselves. And that's really big for us, because ultimately, while we want to make sure that we are showing product experiences and product capabilities, the most important component of this is for people to be able to share their experiences and really empowering our customers to do that.
So, Doug, when I think of travel, I think we're all either business or leisure, or sometimes both, when it comes to where we're going on our lifetime events and everyday journeys. How does Adobe tailor messaging to meet those consumers across that full emotional spectrum?
So the emotional spectrum matters. When it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, we've got to meet people where they're at from an emotional perspective, a creative perspective, and people who really want to tell their story. And from a business perspective and everyday travel, it's all about usefulness and how can I help people get their jobs done a lot easier. From an Adobe perspective, we really try to tell that story across the spectrum. And so we find those right apertures to meet everyday travelers, and we find those apertures to meet those once-in-a-lifetime travelers or vacation travelers. And finding those windows and how we tailor those messages are becoming increasingly important as we continue to scale our media.
So with travel media evolving, where do you see the biggest opportunity for Adobe to use data and AI to better understand intent and deliver more relevant, personalized experiences without losing that human touch?
So the biggest opportunity for us is to leverage AI to help enable custom messages and custom intent. So at the end of the day, the message needs to be human. People need to feel an emotion, and we need to elicit an emotion when they see our messaging. That's never going to come from AI. We can use AI to enable, and we can use AI to help us scale different systems and platforms, but at the end of the day, we have to be human. So AI can help with intent signals, but the human touch really matters when it comes to emotional messaging.